I have not seen like anything even remotely close. What I found in like SLM after joining this program and I implemented like especially content online stuff, I have like seen a tremendous increase. A lot of girls like tell me I should open a flirting school. I have like incredible conversations, and I'm like, it's not actually me, but I'm not gonna say that. So I personally feel like this would literally A to Z change someone's life. The amount of time I spent and like the amount of like results I got is stupid. Insanely short amount of time.
Guys, I'm here with Ozzy, a member in SLM, and he's going to be talking about his experience. And man, what I first wanted to get into is just like, what was your life before SLM? Like, tell us a little bit about yourself, and then what your life was like. What were your day-to-day actions? What were you struggling with, and what were you wanting to improve?
Gotcha. So I had to move to like a very small Turkish town, and this is like Turkey is a 99% Muslim country. And this was like a fairly conservative town even within Turkey. And it was, I would say it's like a summer place. So like in summer the population increases, but like at winter where I went there, it probably has like 20,000 people, more or less. You know.
So how many? 20,000?
20,000, yeah. I would go to Starbucks and see literally the same people anytime I went there. It was ridiculous.
Okay.
And I have dabbled with kind of like cold approach like a long time ago, like 2016, 17.
Okay.
And I kind of knew how to do that in like a very, not like a very competent level, but that place just literally destroyed like all of the things I knew and like that I was capable of. And I was kind of lost, honestly. And I'm like a fairly decently normal person, so I got like a girlfriend from like social circle, but that was a bit hectic. I was a bit needy about it because it was like so different to who I am and my lifestyle, and she was like the only hot girl there basically. And I was like, fuck, what do I do? And I kind of lost her, and I was just lost. I didn't know what to do. I was at like a crazy transitional period of my life where like I was trying to immigrate out of Turkey, but I was really stuck. Like my mentality was really down, and I was just lost, man. Like didn't know what to do. And,
So that's where you were. You were lost. You were stuck, and that was what 2016, 2017.
My lost stuck was like I would say this year. Like honestly, like before I joined, like 2016, 2017 was like when I was actively going out in like a big city, like building a life.
So you were good, and then it's sort of after COVID, you felt a big shift. In there.
And like I was like a classic study of like I kind of got decent. I wouldn't say good. Got like a hot girlfriend. I was like, I made it.
Lost her, and you're like,
I think it was like a 2-3 years. Lost her. Then like got into online stuff at like 2020 with like
business and online and stuff.
And like got like some success there, like not to the level of success I used to have, but enough to like keep the wheels moving. And I kind of like coasted off that, and after that just had to move there, and just everything kind of like crashed. And as I was also really hardcore focusing on business, I feel like this is like a common story, but like I got a girlfriend, I lost the skill sets, then like the whole like meta frame in like how you learn the skill set kind of disappears, and then you have to like relearn it again from scratch. And I was like, fuck. And I felt like a baby. Like I just felt at ground zero, but baby with an ego of like some past success, which is like even worse, like because you're not like humble enough to like go through the grind again.
You're like, I used to be good and now I'm not.
I mean like good, but so
to what a standard was. Okay, and so that was, as you said, like at the start of this year.
Yes.
And so what was the big thing? So the start of this year, what was your mindset? What was the idea? Because obviously you've come into the program. Where were you? You said you were lost before. This year, what made you kind of be like, no, I need to handle this?
So that's a great question. Personally, like I reread like the introductions in the program in like the school, and like my introduction like reads hilarious now. It's just like, because I like kind of have done most of it like outside of my revenue goal, which is not exactly related to this, but like how can I phrase this? Like I really felt like I didn't know what to do. And like every advice out there in the internet was generic advice, where like it didn't apply to me. And I know like this is a common excuse and it's not real, but like I felt like it was real on my case, like truly, where like you know, like people are always in like the Western hemisphere doing like really Western things, and like my situation I felt was like super fucking specific to the point that like I have not like I'm a good researcher. Like I have not seen like anything even remotely close to like, you know, what I found in like SLM. And you know, like most advice is like, why the fuck are you in like a small town? Just like move out and like, you know, like do like, you know, blah, blah, blah.
It's very basic, very just like, oh, there's the problem, get rid of it.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. And I really feel like general advice doesn't apply to the individual, because every individual has something that's like, requires like something a bit specific to their case. And yeah, I would say like feel like that feeling of like dread and like lostness was the thing, because I was very familiar with like a lot of stuff. I don't mind spending money. Like I was part of like big programs before, and none of them helped me the way this did. So
you come in there, you set some goals, and then tell everyone now, where is your life?
Gotcha. I mean, this is gonna be like a little bit embarrassing. Like,
it's fine, my friend. So what's Ozzy's life right now?
So, okay, like my introduction at the group was this. I would really like to have a game plan on like leaving Turkey. Not even like an actuality, but like a game plan of what to do. And I remember like my first conversation with Sam, he was like, do this, this, and this. And I was like, I can't do that. You're like, yes, you can. I was like, I can't. Then I like did it, and like it opened a lot of doors. I remember you had me talk to like a immigration consultancy, and like then that one didn't work out, but it kind of like led me into like, you know,
so you started taking massive action.
Yeah, like knocking on more doors, and now I have like a visa approved for like long-term residency, and like you know, actually becoming like a citizen of like a massive country. I will 99% get like a 10-year US visa. I got like my long-term UK visa, and like, so this was my like biggest thing, where like I will get to the juicy parts, but like
the lifestyle creation where you started with, you had this idea of where you wanted to go.
Exactly, and it felt like it felt impossible. It felt like it was such like an instrumental challenge, and I really haven't seen anyone from my background do it. Just joining it and like doing it within 3 months was like ridiculous.
Insane.
Like it was just stupid. It was like, you know,
within 3 months, something that holds so many people back for so
Exactly.
long, which was, I've got this massive problem, you know, and I've seen no one do it, and then you're being able to do it in 3 months.
Exactly.
Just 3 months with the right guidance in there.
Exactly.
So you get there. So now the biggest hurdle has been shifted.
Yeah, exactly. Also, like I would like to continue on that, right?
Sure.
Because I felt, right, like as someone who has sold programs online and who has joined a lot of programs, that like this is fairly unique, because I don't know how to put this, like you really fucking care. And also like the other people in the group cares, where like Shawnee still texts me, like how was Singapore, like, you know, like did you get good trials? And I was like, yeah man, like thanks. And like there are a lot of people there, like, and there's like a guy specifically that was in like a very similar situation to mine, right? And he was very generous in like how he went through his problems, and like how he actually solve them, and it really like realigned my like compass.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. Realigned.
Pronunciation is getting better.
That's good. Yes, that's right. And so, you know, so would you say that the community is like a big asset that you didn't even realize was going to be part of it?
It's incredible. Community is the least sexy word in the English dictionary. Like, no, it's not a selling point to anyone. You know, like it's. I used to sell like products, as I said, and like the community I tried to cultivate was always like insane. But like nobody would get excited by it. Of course, I don't even want to like really emphasize too much on that. But like the community is really amazing, and not just like that guy. Like a lot of people I met through the program are really helpful, really like go above and beyond, and so that is the logistical side of, you know, like my. I would say like SLM success. Yeah,
your evolution.
So you helped me with my business a lot, like because like I'm traveling right now. Like the impact isn't like seen as much, but I'm like a crazy person. I'm like a very neurotic workaholic, like intense action guy. But like I have a lot of issues with sleep, like you know, focusing patterns, etc. And like actually. Talking to Sam, he gave me a lot of insights into this, like people who are like crushing at business and like how they balance nightlife, going out, and business. And So actually, I remember this like very clearly, where my whole day was just like getting crushed with like work, and I was like, hey, like I could only work at night, but I need 8 hours sleep, and like Sam was like, then work at night and then get 8 hours of sleep whenever you sleep, and I was like.
Epiphany after epiphany after epiphany.
Like, this might sound stupid, like, and it might sound like basic, but it really had like insane impact on my life. And again, this was before I got into traveling, so like now it's like
still a bit hectic,
more of a shit show. But like when I had more of a stable life, this really had insane impact in my like productivity, my business, etc. So on like the more social side of things, I joined a couple of programs to like help my online presence, my branding, etc. And I feel like I got massive value out of them. I don't like shit talk the programs, but I didn't get like massive results.
Okay.
I got value, but not results. You know what I mean? Like I think like
there was improvement, but in the area that you really wanted it.
Exactly.
It was
exactly, and it was very like a one size fits all thing, which I felt works great if the whole fits the square. Like does that make sense? But like if you have like a very custom situation, and like I'm like a fairly well connected guy, so like I kind of knew locally what worked, and it was very different from like that kind of stuff, and it was very similar to your stuff. Like it was very similar to what you teach, and so like Alex Hormozy, like he has like a concept like in order to get results, like you need to like hit like the minimum baselines, right? Like if you have like 5 things, that needs to be like an 8. And if you have like 4 8s and like 1 2, you're gonna see 0 results. Like you need to like make sure like everything hits.
Yeah, for sure. Every sort of area.
Yeah. Like, and I felt like, I literally experienced this. Like after joining this program and I implemented like the results, implement like the principles in like especially content, online stuff. I have like seen a tremendous increase.
And which areas were really specific that you found the most amount of?
Which area? Well, my dating life skyrocketed.
Yep.
Like absolutely skyrocketed. I just like text Sam like off some experiences.
For sure.
I don't know how explicit you want me to be.
You can go as much as you want, as least as you want. So the dating life was a big change for you.
Yeah, like night and day. Like it's ridiculous. It is. That's really, I mean like I don't know, I'm shy. It's ridiculous, guys. Night and day, And again, like I've been around. Like I'm not a version, right? Sure. Like when I say ridiculous, impactful, meaningful, right? Hopefully, like I would like to get near Sam's level.
That's it. So before the program, were you struggling? After the breakup, you were struggling with a bit of like meeting girls.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The funnels and everything.
Massively.
And so after now, like implementing the funnels, and you had massive success with your personal branding and photography.
Yeah.
What was like the major things that you're finding that was making that funnel so good for you?
Okay, so I can tell one thing, right? Universality for me is like a big thing, right? Because
universality.
Yeah, like so. Let me explain that. I feel like all of the stuff I do is very local.
Okay.
And like it doesn't really work like in other places.
Back in Turkey.
Also the stuff I learned, I feel also local in like a more global sense, but still local to like the places that were like that is taught at.
Yeah.
So I always felt like I would like have to wear all these hats and like all these masks and like change like massive strategies, personalities, like how I would like go about on doing things.
Okay.
I felt like what you teach is universal.
Okay.
Like I feel like it works here in Bali. We're in Bali.
Yeah.
And like I feel like it worked in like Thailand. I feel like it worked in Singapore.
Yep.
It worked in Turkey. And I'm like, okay, I found like something that is actually fucking universal that I don't have to tinker like 7,000 times to like actually get it working.
Okay.
So I don't know how relatable that is as a problem, but it was definitely like a problem for me, right? And that was one thing, right? Another thing is this: I was decent at texting, like decent. Like I had a lot of like success online, but it was never with like people I would really want to be with.
Okay.
There
was that quality kind of barrier that you're finding.
Exactly. And
beautiful people, but just not.
Yeah, not exactly. Like I wasn't like that excited about it most of the time. So I feel like you have like texting scripts.
Yep.
Juicy. Okay. Like I hope not like a lot of people join the program, so like you might have to burn them.
Exactly. Well, we can always update it.
I mean, hopefully, but I really studied them. And
Okay.
they were like on my phone and stuff. And I felt I would kind of have my own style that kind of like worked in Turkey, but I was like getting a lot of like dead end conversations with like tourists, like foreigners, Europeans, etc. Since implementing that structure and framework, like a lot of my conversations are super juicy, super flirty. Like a lot of girls like tell me I should open a flirting school. I have like incredible conversations, and I'm like, it's not actually me, but I'm not gonna say that. So, like,
You're just like, oh, well, that was all me.
I just learned it from this guy.
That's amazing, amazing. So that's another funnel that really helped you in terms of that. Okay, cool. So that's huge that you've noticed before and then after.
I can get even more specific. Like I can get like so before I would have like a certain. I actually told you this a couple of days ago. I had a certain style of like getting content that it wasn't easy at first, but now it feels very easy. Like it feels like very standard and similar, and it didn't really take into account the essence, right? Like that's the word you use, like the vibe of the shot, like the emotional impact it has, right? It was more like this environmental portraits, like very cinematic, but it didn't really like have that personal connection, that emotion, etc. Since joining the program, and I was like really stupid about this, I needed a lot of feedback, but like now I kind of can see like when I'm attractive, when I'm not, not perfect still, but like so much better. And like I have literally shots where like girls just call DM me, oh, you look like very attractive, which like never happened before. And guys, I'm like a very good executioner. Like I like take action on like stuff that like Sam can like I think attest to that. Like that I feel like I executed the things that was told well, but it did not generate like even close to the amount of like reactions I currently generate since implementing your kind of style. So
that's gangster.
Yeah, it is. And by the way, with like people, I'm very excited by. This is also another difference. So
again, you were an executor, you're a practitioner, and you did everything that you know. You were like you're coming in there with the right mindset, right attitude, as well. And I think that was a big thing that you had. So let's just say if a guy's on the fence and he's like, I don't know whether to do it. I'm not sure. You know, you might have been in your position. You might have felt like that at the start. What do you say to that person that might be on the fence?
So I feel like I got dealt a really bad hand of cards in life.
Okay.
Like I really feel that. Like, you know, and I really feel like I got out of my situation, which was. I feel a lot deeper than most people. Sure. And one thing that has really helped me was when I see potential, I would take chances. You know, like when I see something could work, I wouldn't need to like get so bloody convinced to the point that like it would be, you know, like I was like, okay, let's see what this is about. And I joined a lot of programs I didn't get maximum value out of, but if I learned like a couple of things, I felt very good about it still because I'm like, okay, this is still moving forward. I personally feel like this would literally A to Z change someone's life. But of course, you know, like I'm in the program, like I feel like this is absolutely worth taking a chance on.
Sure.
And like, you know, people will like convince when they're in. Like,
so the guy that's sitting there like, I don't know. I shouldn't know. You should just take a chance.
Exactly. Even like the texting scripts, I feel like just justifies like the call, you know.
I like that. So the texting scripts, the personal branding, the connections of the community. What else was kind of like the big thing that you just really loved about?
I feel like, and I've joined a lot of programs. The access I have to you is like unprecedented. Like it's just like I was coming to Bali. You're like, hey, I'm coming to Bali. Let's meet up. And I'm like that is like so sick to me in a way that's like different. And like as I said like prior, I really feel like you care. Like
I do care, my friend.
Like I really do. And like you kind of go above and beyond, so people are like. Do the things.
I think you've very much summed it up, Oz. You've summed up the program. You summed up everything. I'm glad that you changed your life.
Yeah.
You know, for the better.
I mean, like, I feel like I joined like when like just a couple of months ago. Like,
not even that long ago.
Like this is the most significant shift. I joined like one marketing program about like Facebook advertising. That was also like immediately impactful into like a 10x revenue level impactful, but like. I think this is on that level where like the amount of time I spent and like the amount of like results I got is stupid.
In such a short amount of time.
Yeah, and it's like insanely short amount of time. But again, like guys, show up to the calls, annoy Sam with your questions, like, take action on it. So like, and I remember like on my first call, you told me this, like, that you would really appreciate if someone took action and write a report on it.
Yes, I remember.
And I think I did that. Like,
you did that exactly.
like next call. And I was like, this is what I did, this is what happened. And so, so that is all I got to say.
My man.
Yeah.
Good to have you, my brother.
Yeah.